Hello. Thank you so much for attending our webinar today. My name is Terrell Davis, Director of Sales and Partnerships at Pando Electric. Today, I'll be talking about applying for the California Energy Commission Grant and also be talking about our Level 2 charging station, Pando Plus. So let's get started. What's the purpose of this grant? The purpose of this grant is for Californians to be able to have charging stations at their multifamily properties. Pando Electric was awarded $5.4 million. With those funds, we want to put in 1,600 charging stations at this time with a project end date of 2026. We're looking for properties in Northern California, Central California, and Southern California. Let's talk about what this covers. The grant will cover up to $3,000 per charger in funding. It will also cover 3 years of software and maintenance. When it comes to no maintenance, no headaches, Pando has designed its smart outlet for multifamily challenges, so there's no maintenance needed. If you think about it, how many times have you ever replaced an outlet? When it comes to future expansion, with our technology of the daisy chain, we rather have you start off with one charging station and then build later on down the line to multiple charging stations. And if you already have charging stations from another company, not a problem. We can add to those moving forward. So what's the requirements for it? There is no requirements. If you need one charging station or if you need 100 charging stations, please apply. The way to apply is either email one of our Pando team members or go to our website at pandoelectric.com. Once you're on our website, look for Contact Us tab. By pressing on that tab, please include the CEC and your property address, so where, as I'll make it easier for our teams to correctly identify which team member you should go to. Applications are open now, but funds are limited, so it's smart to get ahead. Panel helps with the entire process, so there's no headaches for you. We will work with you on the application, we will work with you in the installation, and also the management of the charging stations moving forward. So we make it easy for you. So let's talk about the team that you'll be working with. I am Terrell Davis, Sales Director of Pando Electric. My email address is terrell.davis@pandoelectric.com. My phone number is 669-786-3966. My coworker, Joseph Nagel, has been extremely involved in this application process for Pando and getting the grant, so he knows all the ins and outs. He's a great resource, and you might see him pop up on a couple of our projects that we work together. But moving forward, I'm your point of contact when it comes to anything with the application, installation, management of the charging stations. So I look forward to hear from you. Let's talk about a couple of the properties we've already worked with. When it comes to larger proper operations in the country, we've worked with Greystar, CBRE, and Hines, and dozens of independent HOAs and multifamily communities across the nation. One of the properties that we're really excited about is the Woodland Creek. We've actually had a ribbon cutting ceremony with PCE to celebrate installing 92 chargers for only $405 per charger. If you'd like to read more about it, I'll leave the case study in the description below so you can check it out and see how we worked with Woodland Creek. Why Pando? Well, we see there's been many issues with other charging stations in the market today. They have problems with Wi-Fi. They have problems when it comes to electrical upgrades to add more charging stations. They also have problems when it comes to replacing the entire charger. So when it comes to Pando, there's things you don't have to worry about that makes your life much easier. One, we have a 99.8% uptime. Why is that? Because we have no failure points. We've removed the screens and we give you a modular system. So if you have a cut cable, a damaged cable, you're able to detach that cable and add a new cable. With that kind of technology, there's zero maintenance. When it comes to our dynamic load management, we want to make sure that every car gets charged. So when you plug in, we're all about first car in, first car out. So we like to have every car to have 3 to 4 hours of charging. And I'll show you a diagram about this later on down the line. With our technology of daisy chaining, with our charging station, so what that means is putting multiple chargers on one 50 amp breaker, that cuts the cost to almost 70% when it comes to installation. We're guaranteeing a 10-year warranty when it comes to our units to make sure you have nothing to worry about when it comes to your L2 charging station. And the last but not least, We want to make sure that your tenant has a positive satisfaction using Pando moving forward. Because we know with a high uptime, residents are coming to know that they can charge and trust Pando Electric. Also, we have an app that for residents can check their billing and kilowatt use. And we also have a tap and charge that makes it more convenient, especially for underground parking lots when it comes to your tenants using our charging stations. Let's talk about the Pando technology. First, we have the world's first modular charger. Second, if you connected our charger to a 50 amp breaker, you're talking about you'll have 9.6 kilowatt power. You could basically charge a Tesla in less than 5 hours. And being the number one modular charger, you have the rapid cable replacement. So again, if your cable is damaged or cut, you're able to detach the cable and add a new cable. No problem at all. When it comes to our technology of Pando Canopy, it makes it much easier that I'll show you a diagram of that. But it's all about our wireless mesh network. That makes it easier to connect to your phone, to the charging station, to the web. But last and not least, it's all about Pando Plus. With our adaptive load management, it minimizes panel upgrades and future-proofs your property for the future. So let's talk about the module system. The module system is all about having interchangeable parts, as you can see here down below. Here, our panel outlet with no cable, but you have a cover for the NEMA 1450 outlet. It's so simple to change out the parts. All you have to do is unlock the box, unplug the cable, and swap it out for what you want. I forgot to mention, but all California Energy Commission projects will come with a Generation 2, a lock box, and a cable moving forward. When it comes to the software, we own our own software. So we are OCPP 2.0.1. So what does that mean to you? If you're a property manager or a multifamily property that has an accounting software, or you have a fleet application, you can be able to use your software on top of our machine with our integration and our API to make it simpler. Let's talk about safety. It's been tested to last up to 40 years, the Pando Smart Outlet, and it has detections should anything go awry. There's absolutely no reason to have worries, as our product team has ensured we have built a robust product with the proper certifications. The Pando Smart Outlet isn't your typical wall outlet. They have a built-in protection against over temperature, over current, and over voltage. So if the device ever detects any kind of unsafety, it automatically shuts off. Also, you do have a recession industry button to shut off the power when needed. Let's talk more about the Pando Canopy. When there's no Wi-Fi, no cellular, there's no problem. By creating a self-healing wireless mesh, we ensure every charge is always online, and residents can simply tap and charge. As you see the diagram here, the first charger here is connected to the Wi-Fi. And by doing that, all the chargers are connected to the Wi-Fi. That makes it much simpler. So once the customer is doing a tap and charge at this charger, it will send that information all the way through to the top charging station to send out to the cloud. So it makes it much easier when you do a tap and charge with your Apple Pay on Google Wallet. Let's talk about load management. When it comes to load management, we're all about first car in, first car out. So it makes it much simpler. As you see on the diagram here, that when one car comes in, it will get all 50 amps. Even though we're using a daisy chain, that first car will get all 50 amps because we know a couple things about charging your car. One, you never charge your car to 100% to the battery because you'll damage the battery. Two, most people only drive 40 to 50 miles per day. And three, when it comes to your car, we know that you only charge your car about 3 times a week. So using our Pando technology and our load management system, it makes it much easier to have multiple chargers on one 50 amp breaker and multiple cars charged because we already know how the process goes. So I want to say thank you so much for signing up for the webinar. Like I mentioned before, if you'd like to reach me, you can reach me at terrell.davis@pandoelectric.com. My phone number is 669-786-3966, or you can contact my team members at contact@pandoelectric.com, and in the subject line, put CEC information. Or you can visit our website, or you can give our customer service a call at 1-888-313-0515. And again, thank you so much for signing up for our webinar. And I look forward to hearing from you to talk about the California Energy Commission grant. Have a great day.